We've got a slightly rarer battle between the chunky boys today. Brother Captain of RedRolla here leading the Ordo Malleus against a Orc Warboss of Pax. Also known as Zavagel, our old Chaos main of ancient times past. Branching out to the Warboss. So straight away I see something a little bit unusual for the current high level meta. Pax is going 2 shooters, not 2 sluggers against Ordo Malleus. This is rare. Because, well, generally all of the heroes for the OM can punish the shooter boys quite badly with them being melee heroes. They just overwhelm you in melee very fast, and also the strike squad are heavy infantry, so they're heavy infantry that can generally outtrade you anyway in ranged if they take green cover. And otherwise, are going to just overwhelm you in combination with a melee hero and tie up your shoot boys and rip them apart in melee. But because they're heavy infantry, shoot boys can't really do a lot of damage to them before they get into melee. So often what people are doing now is they're going for double sluggers. If you blob your 2 sluggers together and they encounter the strike squad have got no chance. They'll get totally overwhelmed. They will probably not even kill 2 models of the sluggers. And then your isolated shooter hunts down the IST, because they will beat the IST in a 1v1. And then you can upgrade your shooter later to get detection or whatever you need. A little bit of extra piercing DPS can help whistle down a hero from afar without constantly having to charge them in melee. Also allows you to utilize garrisons, so there's always utility in getting 1 shooter, but you don't have to, of course. If you're the Warboss, you can definitely go triple sluggers into double looters or something like that. We're seeing the looter play from Pax as well, so that would make the double sluggers even better, because then you've got more things to protect the looter. And usually this is where the strike squad would go quite insane, killing all the shooters, but wow. Even just here, you can see the shooters with their little poke P shooters that they've got right now. They're not really doing anything. The strike squad were taking that fight whilst in partial green cover, partial yellow cover though. The strike squad going to get caught right now. Unfortunately, the looter shooting at the guy that was furthest away. If you shot this guy, you might have actually killed him. Looter is an interesting choice against the BC, being that the BC is one of those tanky, unsuppressible, unknockbackable heroes, and so if he gets the right angle against the looters, we'll be able to charge them quite easily. But we see some operatives in play. These are a soft anti-setup team unit. You can see the smoke grenade that they send out there will blind the opponents and prevent them from being able to shoot the IST, who can finish the cap before retreating. And the melee here will rout the Brother Captain. Operatives trying their best to force off the looter, but they can't do any damage because of their heavy cover. So they will do very good against setup teams that are just sitting out in the open. But when they've got indestructible green cover like the tank traps nearby, it's a lot harder. Not really too much that the Warboss can do here. Looks like he's just going to finish capping his rec point and leave. He needs some more gear to contend with this. Ooh, this IST are in a bad spot. So the shooters do counter the IST. But normally OM players aren't really relying on IST now. Do we have the upgrade for the operatives? We do, so we should see a burner bomb here? No. No. Bit of a misplay there. Strike squad rotating down, but the sluggers are still here with the burners. So we've got potential for a bit of a pincer attack here from RedRolla. But Pax needs to ensure that his... Ooh, this is bad positioning on his looters. He hasn't realised the strikes are coming from this angle. Pax is trying to use his sluggers to burn the gens, but really he needs his sluggers over here. We use choppers to deal with the strike squad. I guess he's not doing terrible. He's going to get the bash with the sluggers, but it's going to be quite costly for him. Loses a looter model, 3 shooter models, eats an incendiary grenade there from the operatives, potential for an impact grenade on retreat, and then strike squad. Where's the impact grenade? Oh, RedRolla doesn't throw it. That could have been quite a juicy impact grenade. Just get the strike squad on the sluggers. Gonna claim another model, and I think a shooter boy was killed too, or was it 2 sluggers? 2 slugger models. Eh. It's okay. I feel like that could have been better for RedRolla. Certainly he lost a lot of his gens here, which is not ideal. I mean, 2 gens, not the end of the world for him, but I think losing those 2 gens is worse than the bleed that Pax incurred. Warbo's just going to attempt to bleed some models on those operatives. Oh, I think he could have gone in and got another swing there and probably got a model. It would have been slightly risky, I guess. Pax not playing it risky, he just wants to get out of there. He doesn't have a shooter knob, which I find very odd, given he's fighting operatives which infiltrate around the place. Probably should get one of them. Is that an incendiary grenade? What was that? Oh, that wasn't anything. Oh man, it really feels like that would have been the juiciest incendiary grenade ever, but they're out of energy. Needs to feed the operatives energy with his strike squad. What's he doing? RedRolla, no, he hasn't realised he's got no energy. He engaged with the operatives prematurely, and I guess he wasted his energy on the banishment and the strike squad there. Oh dear. But he should have the global to give energy as well. Very strange. I don't know what he used the energy on. Not really seeing much out of either of the heroes yet. Okay, looters need to retreat. What are they doing? They've been pincered. Why is he keeping them in play? Pax, no. He's too busy looking over here. Trying to get the gens. Loses his looters. These shoes have got to go as well. Yeah. Really don't like dual shooters against the OM. The strike squad just run all over you. And like I say, they exist to counter the stormtroopers, but it's actually quite rare that OM will get 2 stormtroopers against you. This is unusual. Shooters should actually do quite good here against 2 stormtroopers and operatives, because that's what you need. You need ranged, basic trading ranged units to counter those forces. Pax is in tier 2, it will be interesting to see what his first choice is going to be. I feel like the weird boy always offers quite a lot of utility. Wow, he's replacing his looters as his first choice. I also feel like not having storm boys is so strange as an orc against the Ordo Malleus. Not only have you got a jump squad, which is always just extremely valuable, but this is a jump squad that does full power melee. That's going to be so useful against all the Grey Knights for their heavy infantry armor. So we got a bit of aiming what stat going on to suppress the strike squad, and then because the strike squad aren't yet buffed up with their Justicar, they got to get out of there. They don't want to fight the sluggers. No Justicar en route either. Not really anything en route for RedRolla. I don't know why his economy is so bad. Perhaps replacing gens. I'm not sure if the sluggers did get another gen. I think this gen was destroyed. There was another gen here, wasn't there? Burners from the sluggers there actually forcing off the operatives. I'm not sure why Pax is not getting any other tier 2 units. Generally I don't like to rush vehicles, but I think given he's got the looter already, which can easily swap to a beamy looter, and he's also got the potential for a claw in his war boss, I think honestly a Death Dread right now would be great for Pax. Skew the economy of RedRolla. If he tries to counter it with a Las Rhino, you can just get your beamy plus your power claw. Very sloppy to lose the war boss there. I don't really understand why the war boss was that deep against all these things. I guess he turned to look at the looter, and then when he went back it was too late. War boss was already dead. Of course, we're seeing the Justicar now on the strike squad, which is quite powerful. Looks like the Rhino is going to be coming out as the first vehicle here for either player, and that could actually work in Pax's favour. If the Rhino commits to the heavy bolter, then you can get your own vehicle afterwards, and you don't have to deal with a Las Rhino threat. But you've got to be aware that the operatives can, of course, get their melter bomb from their sergeant in tier 2. Another aiming what stat there to try and slow down the strike squad. He's going to need another one. Does he have it? He does have it. Aiming what stat, and then looters point blank. Yes, okay, a nice play. Going to route the strike squad there with the double aiming what stat into the looters. Still no shooter knob. Oh wow. Pax wants to tech tier 3. Dude, that's so risky. Heavy bolter rhinos here. It's going to be a razorback. And that's going to be really vicious against the orcs. Orcs being light infantry have very little protection against all this piercing damage. Right now we've got a Uji Choppers Swampum Sluggers that are doing a load of damage. Uji Choppers, of course, not only useful for the melee skill increase, but also the melee damage increase. And it's on rear armor. Of course, the whole point is that a vehicle like a transport is meant to be faster than melee troops, even when they've got their melee charges. You've seen there, able to disengage and not too big of a threat. But Pax obviously is just stalling right now. He's stalling for as long as possible. I should lose the shooters here to the Razorback, yeah. He's stalling for as long as possible so that the Razorback can't just charge forward and get his gen farm. Wow, look at the sluggers, man. Add boys on them from the war boss, giving them more damage resistance, wiping the floor with those strike squad. I imagine the strike squad probably got suppressed by the looters as well, but Pax loses the looters too. Pax needs to get a looted tank out to counter this Razorback. What's he going for? Yeah. We'll get the looted tank out. That will obviously hard counter the Razorback. It's another vehicle that can actually chase the Razorback. But it's got a proper cannon to actually kill a vehicle, unlike the Razorback. And there's no other real hard AV out for RedRolla. As I say, if he upgrades these operatives, you can get a melter bomb on them, which could snare the tank, but there's no AV to actually finish the tank off once it's snared. Of course, RedRolla can purchase a conversion beamer. Likely will to counter that tank. I do wonder what Pax's next purchase will be. I guess it depends on how well he can deal with this Razorback. If he can snag it nice and early with the looted tank, then it's pretty easy knob purchase. Beat the Ordo Malleus at the melee game. But if he can't snag the Razorback, then he might want something like Commandos for a little bit more supplemental AV, because Pax is down on units right now, so map control is going to be difficult, and if he can't kill the Razorback, it's going to be a nightmare. Every time he's trying to cap on the sides, the Razorback's going to appear and get rid of the capping unit. Where's he going? Oh, fucking hell, I didn't even see the Rhino back there. It was so far back. Wow. That's crazy. Damn. Well, Pax going kind of all in there. That was an interesting place to say the least. RedRolla going to be going tier 3 as well. So now RedRolla is the one that's stalling, because he literally has nothing. Zero sources of damage against this looted tank. So he's just stalling, trying to preserve the VPs that he's got whilst he waits for tier 3, presumably to get Paladins, which are a Terminator variant that's unique to the Brother Captain. We've really not seen anything from the Brother Captain. Brother Captain just running around with no war gear, level 3. Same with the bloody War Boss. Level 1 War Boss, no war gear, just running around capping basically. But we have seen a lot of really impactful usage of the War Boss globals here. We've not really seen any use of the globals from the Brother Captain. I guess there's not really been many good instances. This is weird. He's using the boom shot on the BC, but you can't knock him over, Pax. Come on, you know this. Like the Chaos Lord. You need ability knockback, not weapon knockback, if you want to knock him over. And here come the knobs. I mean, this is the, yeah, knobs make sense. So I feel like Pax should know that RedRolla is going tier 3 as well, because RedRolla's only tier 2 purchase was a Rhino and the Justicar. He doesn't even have the Acolytes and the IST. He's got 0 war gear over here, and he doesn't even have the bloody Sergeant on the Operatives, so that indicates, oh, my enemy is also going for quite a fast tech here. So you should expect the tier 3. And you should also probably expect that there is going to be Paladins coming out in tier 3. That will help counter the looted tank, because Paladins, unlike normal Brainout Terminators, are actually heavy melee. But the other cool thing with RedRolla's build right now, and Unfortunately, he does lose the Razorback there, does RedRolla. The nice synergy that he's got going with the Paladins would be he could get the Melter Bomb of the Operatives to snare the looted tank so the Paladins can actually keep up pace and rip it apart with their Thunder Hammers. I'm not sure whether that's actually optimal versus just going for Terminators with a Vortimer Razorback combo that is basically the classic. Because the Terminators get the wrist-mounted side cannon, and I believe in the current patch it's still extremely strong. For some reason Paladins can't get that, which seems very odd to me, since it's an amazing ability to deal with vehicles. Well, not ability, but war gear. I don't know, so we'll see. Anyway, for now, RedRolla's going to be getting a Vortimer Razorback, which I'm not actually sure if a Vortimer Razorback wins the fight against the looted tank. The Vortimer Razorback's got very good DPS, so it probably does, but it doesn't have very good DPH. So if the looted tank keeps popping out, hits it, drives away, like that, then it will beat the Vortimer Razorback. But I think if they both just stand there and trade damage, the Vortimer Razorback will win because it's got higher DPS. But it'll be close, I think. It's got similar HP. The Vortimer Razorback, now it's got its upgrade, does unlock the Hunter-Killer Missile. And a nice snag there on the IST. Obviously IST not really very relevant here. Ooh, Knobs need to come back. Oh no, this looted tank's screwed. The Operatives are running in with a Melter Bomb. The looted tank's shown its rear armor as well, so it's taking even more damage from the Vortimer. Yeah, it's dead. I don't know when he's seen the Vortimer Razorback. Maybe he would have got some line of sight from the victory point. I'm not sure. Either way, he didn't notice it coming over. If he did see it, he obviously should have been privy to the fact that that thing would be hunting his looted tank, of course. And the Vortimer Razorback's going to be very challenging for the Knobs to deal with. Of course, they will never be able to catch it, and this unique side cannon damage will actually do very good damage against the heavy infantry Knobs. I don't remember what the damage type is. I think it might have a damage type boost against heavy infantry, but I'm not sure. At the very least, it hurts everyone a lot. Doesn't matter what you are. Light infantry, heavy, super, or vehicle, you're going to suffer against a Vortimer Razorback. Now we see plasma guns on the IST. That's a really weird choice. I mean, it does more damage against the Knobs, but I feel like the IST really don't want to be anywhere near the Knobs. Probably just want to be on the sidelines. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe the IST want to loiter near the Vortimer to repair it, and just by being in proximity to the Vortimer, they're likely going to encounter Knobs, because that's the main job of the Vortimer Razorback right now. The Sluggers and Strike Squad combination, the fight between them should be pretty damn close. I think the Strike Squad will win normally, but then if you've got WAR buffs to buff the damage of the Sluggers, then the Sluggers will win. But then you can put Mind Blades on the Strike Squad and they'll win, but then if there's huge choppers on the Sluggers should win. So yeah, interesting mechanics, but Pax is kind of suffering on the map control front now. His units are very slow, the Operatives have got slightly higher than average movement speed. This Vortimer Razorback obviously is the primary threat with its really fast movement speed. Pax going for some commandos, grabbing the knob on them, so he's got a bit more AV and mobile AV at that, which will be quite helpful against a Vortimer Razorback. Let's see the first salvo go in into rear armor. Yeah, good damage, good damage. No longer on rear armor though now. The Operatives are coming back. I think this commando knob might die. Oh wow. Oh no. Oh no. Oh wow, he baits the commandos to stay in and they're gonna get wiped. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's not good for Pax. That's actually pretty damn bad for Pax. Pax still got no upgrades on his war boss, and the BZ's been dead for ages with no upgrades too. These big tanky heroes have done absolutely nothing this game. What the hell? Pax throwing out the frenzy there. I don't like that. That's... how much red is that? Is that 50 red or something? That really didn't... why did he need the damage resistance there? I don't understand. He was never going to be able to catch the Vortimer Razorback, so what does it achieve? It just delays the inevitable for a few seconds. Not worth the 50 red. And again, I find that use of your choppers very weird. He wasn't going to lose that fight. He got the initial attacks off on them, and he had shooter boys supporting. I'm pretty sure his level 3 sluggers would do fine against the level 3 strike squad, but what can you do?
Stormtroopers reporting ready.
These guys are still very even on victory points, which I find kind of fascinating. Feels like Pax should have been a lot further behind with his lack of units. I guess RedRolla never really outnumbered him that much. It's just RedRolla's got a lot of mobile units. Oh, now here comes the Grey Knight Terminators. I mean, I think RedRolla's got this here. I don't know how Pax can deal with the combination of the Vortimer and the Grey Knight Terminators. This is a classic combo that's just brutal. Maybe if somehow he can kill the Vortimer Razorback, then he can overwhelm the Terminators in melee. Or maybe RedRolla will overextend the Terminators. You see it often. Gets too confident with them, pushes them deep into enemy territory, and then gets ambushed and can't really do anything because you can't retreat Terminators. Vortimer Razorback playing it kind of risky. Of course, he hasn't seen this secondary commando squad. But he can't get the rear armor, which is not good. Oh, he uses Frenzy again, even though the Vortimer Razorback wasn't even in range. Great time for the Vortimer Razorback to show its ass there. Oh, so close to killing it. If this thing wasn't level 3, it'd so be dead right now. It's gonna get out again. What a nightmare. The Knobs do catch the IST though. Can they get a wipe? I don't think so. No, leave them with one model. Maybe could have got a wipe on the operatives, but Pax didn't see it. Vortimer Razorback nearly killing the damn war boss. Might even kill him if it chases it down. I think RedRolla might have been a little bit slow there to chase it down. Just gets super close, he gets him! Damn, dude. Yeah, I don't think the Knobs can take this on. They're too low HP, they don't have full models. Yeah, they need to get out. Oh, I think Mind Blades is on them anyway. Yeah, that's not good. Get the hell out of there. Sluggers do not want to be going in here. No sluggers. No, 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 no. Use your chopper's main advantage is the melee skill buff, which causes specials which knock over your enemies, but specials will not knock over Terminators. So that was a terrible idea. It's like you just gave a 40% damage boost to your sluggers or something like that, and expected them to beat Terminators? No. Even with 100% more damage, they're not going to beat Terminators one-on-one. They don't have the HP. I mean, just look at the HP comparison, for God's sake. I mean, this is without the knob, but still. These guys are over double the HP. And then the other thing to consider is the sluggers start dropping models and then they lose their DPS really quick. And these guys, they don't. So I don't know why Pax thought he was going to win that fight. That was bizarre. Now the Knobs with full HP will fare better, but you see the problem is Pax has ran out of all his red now. He's been using it on those Use Your Choppers ad boys and Frenzy on the Knobs. So this is bad, because now he doesn't have the Use Your Choppers ad boys red for the Knobs to duel the Terminators. We've got a Brother Captain here, so he can use We Are the Hammer to give damage resistance buffs to all the Terminators. The Terminators are going to levitate them there. And now Mind Blades comes down on the Terminators. Yeah, good luck, Knobs. Knobs need to get out of there. They're just going to bleed. Late on the Frenzy as well. He uses Frenzy, but he's only got 3 boys left. And now there's the Warding Staff from the Brother Captain as well, giving 30% damage resistance whilst that shield is on the Grey Knight Terminators. Notably, the Warding Staff does also give knockback resistance, so it can be useful, for example, to counter Use Your Choppers on the Sluggers if they're fighting your Strike Squad. Because it will prevent them knocking you over with the specials, but of course, you don't need that on the Terminators, which are already immune to weapon knockback. Pax trying to decap the natural there of RedRolla with the sluggers, but the Warhammer Razorback is still very active in combat, and it looks like basically Pax is getting base locked right now. The Terminators are hard countering the knobs. Only having one source of AV is not really sufficient against the Warhammer Razorback, which is at this point level 4. Yeah, no chance. This is a triple cap against Pax. Pax not really using his Warboss hero at all this game. Didn't really achieve much at all. I mean, nor did the Brother Captain. You see he is now getting some kit, but against this sort of thing, you really do need your Warboss in the action, whether that's just as a really powerful brawler with heavy armor, power claw, and the charge, or whether that's as a support unit. Get the trophy rack, debuff the damage of the Terminators, get the cyborg implants so you can stun the Terminators with your stomp. Knockback might not work on them, but stuns definitely do. And then your knobs will fare a lot better. Of course, the knobs need their globals as well to help them, but Pax basically wasted all of his red. So, not ideal. And he killed a Terminator. Somehow. But he can't contest. Yeah, he just surrenders. You can't contest it. I mean, the Warhammer Razorback really was the ultimate MVP here. Just an absolute nightmare. From the very start, it's sniping the looted tank. Things just went out of control there, because at no point was Pax able to amass a critical enough blob of anti-vehicle to actually threaten it. He only ever was fighting it with one AV unit, which, against any tank, that's not really good enough. But against a Warhammer Razorback, which is slightly faster than other tanks and has very good DPS to just stand and trade with you, yeah, it's not great. It's not great, guys. It's not great. But there you go, a little bit of OM versus Warboss. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. That's going to be all from me this time. I am signing out.